Hello everybody, my name is FrostClown and welcome back to Amnesia Machine for Pigs. This episode was recorded right after the other one. They were done in one big sitting, so I had to just chop them up and slap this intro in the middle of them. So there's nothing to say here, there's nothing you need except to get back into the damn game that you're enjoying, so I should get out of your way. Back to the game. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Well, I'm a little less terrified now. That's gonna make progression a little bit better. Do I have an inventory at all? Compound X storage. Danger. No naked flames. This isn't a naked flame. This flame is modest. It is clothed appropriately. You would not see a bit of skin on this one. The same place is highlighted, so that can't be a this is where you are. April 30th, 1899. The crate arrived this morning and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed, with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some kind of barbarous surgery, or is born deformed and an attempt to force his gnarly body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is, I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him. And I suspect my great-uncle's presence is in his curious condition. Your great-uncle? Is his great-uncle, oh my god. Protagonist of Dark Descent. David? No. What was the protagonist of Dark Descent's name? Wow, I forget. Are we his great-nephew? So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution. Ugh, oh my god, that's so stupid. But here my great-uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subjects of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. Pigs? Easily sated. Loyal? Clever? I'm not sure we're thinking of the right animal here, good sir. I think you're thinking of, dogs. Horses. Certainly not pigs. Okay, so both of these doors are locked. Lovely sound as I walk on this stuff. What's going on over here? Ah, that's just where more of it comes in. Alright, we shall continue our trudge through the through the sludge. Should I be concerned about that at all at this point? The first death of a horror game really does seem to alleviate a lot of the anxieties of horror from it. But honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, real talk, comedy and horror is pretty good too. Chemical transportation, danger, highly corrosive, highly flammable. I'm assuming you mean the chemical, because there's no chemical. You're strictly talking about the transportation here, and I somehow doubt the transportation is corrosive and flammable. It looks like metal. And that would not be a good thing to transport chemicals in anyways. Wait, if these are all locked, where am I going? Ah. Okay. In the nest of eggs, the factory is quiet now. Stumbling the alley, a wrench hung loosely from his hand. Oil and grease dripping off it, looking like blood in the half-light. Okay. Well, That sounded incredibly painful. And very purposeful. I do be coughing, though. You really love talking, don't you? Hold the phone. Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the bilge, drain the flood, free your children. Commendable. Fire and steel. The fires are stoked, assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant. I surmise that a centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it, and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the flames. Ha! I guess that's where the whole elevator saga came in. The descent continues! What did that dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnel, and onto the bilge pumps. And if the doors should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore these noises, that sniffling, those shuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath, and I will save them. I almost sympathize. But this is all kind of your fault. I mean, second chances and all, I suppose. Yes, yes, yes.
Find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the flood waters continue to rise.
Cool. Well, that was not what I was expecting when I rounded the corner, but I really shouldn't be surprised at this point. Maintenance access. There is clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall I can't summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Oh, you're telling me I have to make a choice of which direction to go? Interesting. I don't like making choices. I like it to be nice and clear for me, which is the better option and will less likely lead to my death. But if you insist, it is a plunge I shall take. Look at all the teeth. Are some Englishmen in the... I shouldn't make that joke. July 15th, 1899. In order to facilitate the assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant indeed. A simple compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion vitae to 1 part organ monad dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can then be demonstrated intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. Oh, I see. Where can I get some of this lovely chemical of yours? No, I can't take it. Well, that's just lame. Oh, is this the Schumann lamp? That is oddly grotesque, the way this lamp moves. Well, I would need some ingredients. I suppose they're down here. I see them out, so I'm gonna assume no, and try to figure this out without getting myself into any more danger. Hi, how's it going? Look like you've seen better days. As in, you look like you've seen it all. Not it all. You've seen at all. As of right now, you don't see anything. Which is quite unfortunate for you, but, a dissected frog? We went straight from absolute monstrosities of crimes against man to, like, middle school science class. I suppose this is rather pointless as I don't have any other chemical. This thing's weird. Huh. I'm just gonna get it prepped and pointed against the door in case that's not how physics works. And pointed at the door because I'm assuming this is what I'll need to get the compound to react. And I have no idea how rushed I'm gonna be when coming through here. Probably not at all, but you know, never hurts to be prepared. That look about right? Yeah, that looks okay. Well, into the unknown. So there were 2 saboteurs, apparently. Because for some reason we gave that acquisition a name. It must feel real special. Oh. The centrifuge. It is some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I have seen too often before. It is clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of 2 composite ingredients. I should wager I should find them close by. Well, fantastic. Found documents. 1 part Brennenberg infusion of Tay, 1 part Orgon monad dispersal. Excellent. I'm assuming that is these that have no lever, either of them. Gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Low temperature storage. The holding pens. Ah! Oh, that sounds like a lovely idea. Who wants to go to the holding pens? I'll pass. Huh? I'm assuming that was supposed to be nothing more than a warning of the fact that there is a giant pig monster in there? There is no such thing. There is no giant pig monster in here. A warning. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole fore and aft, leaking down my legs, blood and excrement. My lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots in my organs now into the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that, because of the changes. They ripple in me. My teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all. Gathered what I can, push them back into my grey gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not us all can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? That sounds pleasant. We sound like an awful person. Thank you. Cool. I would just send this right over. Excellent. And for some reason the other one's going to be in the holding pens, I assume? Alright. This seems unnecessarily dangerous. I'm assuming that because it's a linear one-way path, they're not going to make it chase me, saying as I do have nowhere else to go. Is that a good assumption or a bad assumption? Sounds like there's a speaker right over my head just following me around. It's a bit much, don't you think? Oh, hi! Miss me! Sucker! Ow, ow! Oh, he double tap and I die. What was I supposed to do exactly? Alright, we're running for boys! Was something supposed to occur? I'm not going to question that too much. How exactly was I supposed to survive that encounter? Oh, I've been here. La da dee, la da da beautiful. La da da me, la da da beautiful. Why are there 3 things here if I only need...
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps.
That does
Next
sound
time
par
we
for
will
the
use an
course.
equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, no, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
We really are grateful for the charitable contribution of your bodies and souls, but dump you in the river. We're just going to rest here for a moment and contemplate our life choices that got us into this position of imminent death by Big Monster that we probably created, and we are now hiding from behind a stack of boxes of stuff that we have probably custom ordered. How did we get here? What happened to us? Apparently our wife died, and that made us into the worst piece of human garbage on the planet. Well, I guess I'm going in to face the pig monster and my death. I have no idea where it is. Probably in here somewhere. Looks like it didn't finish its food. If you're hungry, why don't you go eat that? I'm gonna just start running in case they pull the come at you from behind thing. Again. August 20th, 1899. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimen of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skills, check their teeth, we give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors. After the process, it is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children, I whisper in their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. What in the actual heckin' bluck did I just read? Winnie the Pooh. I require your explanation. No. Face me. Face me! I require explanations. You've been here watching this carnage. Well, how come you do nothing about it? No answer, as I suspected. What a loser. Suppose I should be more concerned about that, but at this point I don't know if it's gonna pop up behind me, or if it's gonna come up in front of me, or if it matters, because apparently sometimes I must
Over
die.
there. Place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Damn, so rude. Is that really necessary? Look, I know I'm invading your privacy, but I do need to get in there. It's kind of important, you know. Child's life at risk. Children's lives at risk. They're probably already dead, but you see, I've been hallucinating about them around the house, and I really need to go make sure they're actually dead, but not in the sense that I'm gonna kill them, in the sense that I would rather they be alive, as much as I doubt that. Ah, you opened the back door for me. How pleasant of you. I will try to avoid disturbing you, Mr. Acquisition, as I make my way through your home. I do appreciate your hospitality, though, and there's really no need for undue violence. I hear your pain. I understand. I'm probably the one who put you in such horrible misery. Believe me, I know. Ooh, crap. Well, that's even crappier. He locked me in his home. I suppose he plans on making a stew out of me, which is ironic, because he's the pig. So my goal now is sneak around here without him seeing me? Or run around screaming as I attempt to collect the ingredient I need? So both of those sound like very bad ideas. We go in stealth mode, boys. What is that? Do you see that? Right by the door? Like a mist. Is that a water reflection? That's an interesting visual glitch. Ah, I'm gonna assume I'm safe when you're here, because I do have to have a conversation with you without dying.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels.
I already took the
Take care
lift.
of this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
So who is that exactly? Is that us? How are we calling if we are here? Well... every door is locked. Damn, you really don't want me leaving. Oh! A different one is highlighted. Did I move from that one to that one? So I haven't even gotten down here yet? Damn, I've got so much further to go. Ha ha ha! This won't summon him at all. Does that hurt me, I wonder? Oh, one way to find out. Gonna take that as a strong maybe. But I don't really see any other way around, so through it we go. Oh. Never mind. Oh. Is this always open? Probably. I wasn't paying much attention. Don't mind us, good sir. We are simply passing through. We mean you no harm. I should probably just run. That seems to work. It is a linear pathway, so... I saw you. Winnie the Pooh. You backstabbing betrayer. You murderous bastard. I knew I couldn't trust you. I knew I couldn't trust you. I should throw you to the wolves. Unfortunately, all I've got are pigs, so they'll have to do. Child, stop breaking everything. August 4th, 1898. More experiments with Compound X. Took the dog and injected it with strychnine. After the expected convulsions and spasming, it died just after midnight. I immersed the body in a large tank of Compound X and introduced an alternating current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced. However, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued in the acute state of strychnine poisoning until I put a bullet in its skull. But drowning? Perhaps, yes. It is after all known to be the kindest of suicides. If one were to drown, replacing the fluids in the lungs with Compound X should theoretically be perfectly possible as a revival method. Who ever said that drowning is well known to be the kindest of suicides? You're aware that suffocation is a horrendously slow, painful process, right? I imagine drowning would be even worse, because in that case you're inhaling water on top of suffocating. That sounds awful. Yeah. I'm gonna put a strong no in there, sir. How do you manage to get everything so wrong? Come on, man. Oh, are all the doors unlocked? Can I get out now? No. Is this door unlocked? Yeah. And that one is not. Still waiting for the pig monster to jump out at me. Oh, there it is. Hi, I kind of need to get past you. You're like exactly in the wrong spot. Missed me. Are you still chasing? Excellent. Well, I would say that was a resounding success. This totally will not get their attention. Oh, never mind. They shall be sealed off. Excellent. Should I get up high, or is being down here perfectly fine? Oh, they mean mixing in a very literal sense. They're like gonna... Never mind. Thought there was gonna be something a bit more interesting. So, oh, the third one's for our resulting compound. I see. Makes sense. So if I just... Heck yeah. In the meantime, I have the compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing, a witch's jelly to burn and corrode. The container is made from glass. A strange choice, unless there's some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact with the so-called Compound X. I should investigate further for clues. We knew this from the beginning, good sir. I understand that the thing wouldn't change, but... Ooh, look at the blood.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
Okay. I shall run. Oh. Down here? Yeah. Fantastic. Into the hay. Oh. Ah. Progress! We are now in the below. This leaking world. And the rhododendrons blah, blah, seem to be taking over the garden by the wall. I could dig them for you. No, no. Get out. Get out of this house. You leave them be. I have no idea what that exchange was. I thought we landed in hay. Ew. Hey, friend. How you doing? Oh, I am so sorry. That was not my intention. Oh, I will reunite you with your body. Get a little facial moisturizer on there. Good as new. Ha, beautiful. I'm perfectly fine. Don't worry about me. I have this strange feeling I'm about to become not perfectly fine, though. October 22nd, 1899. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, dehaired, and scraped, ready for gambroiling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a constantly low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality, and this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. Basic air conditioning. Conducting panels draws heat using the principle of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. Hell yeah. I'm about to be blasted by a superheated vapor and die. Let's go. And then I will become freezing.
Allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core.
We can
This?
use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
Are you suggesting to me that this is where the methanol
This
is?
fecal matter is the true product of the age.
Ah. Breathe in that gas. The mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. To descend further, I will have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water level. The smell is almost unbearable. It makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels? What did he hope to achieve? An excellent question. Excellent question indeed. But it is a question that will have to be saved for the next episode of Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Thank you all so much for watching this episode, maybe 2 episodes back to back, as I mentioned in my last update video, which you probably didn't watch if you're just watching the walkthroughs. I'm recording 2 videos a day, and rather than ending recording, doing an outro, and doing an intro, and I just kept playing. So that was 2 episodes in one day. Just will explain why I'm wearing the same shirt. Not like I've ever done that before. Oh no. But yeah, that'll all have to wait for the next episode. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much for watching it. If you did like it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up, and if you did not like it, make sure to leave me a comment down below letting me know why, what I could do more of, what I could do less of. Your constructive criticism is always welcome, and I always read all of the comments, and I engage with all of them in one way or another, even if that's just a thumbs up. But usually it's a bit more than that. It's just some things that there aren't some things to respond to. There are some things that you don't have a response to. There are some things that don't need a response because they're just like an acknowledgement. That is me getting off topic. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching one last time. If you are enjoying this game, which I really hope you are, I am, make sure to get subscribed about here and hit the bell button right next to that subscribe button to make sure you get notified whenever a new episode drops and maybe be the first to see it. We're still in the zone of creation upgrowth, which that's still very much a possibility. So hey, I'm not saying it's a competition, but you know what I mean. Alright, for the third and final time, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, but until then, bye-bye!